Hello everyone, it's us again, dedicated, drama-obsessed team behind TV Day's Drama Digest. We're back with another deep dive into the swirling vortex of intrigue, heartbreak, and suspense that defines our favorite shows. Today, we're peeling back the layers of one of the most gripping plot lines in recent episodes, the relental as harassment plaguing Stephanie. But here's the twist, we're obsessing over what if her shadowy follower isn't Owen at all? What if the person lurking in the darkness, pulling the strings of fear and manipulation, is actually a woman? Why do we entertain this chilling possibility? Let's embark on this speculative journey together, exploring the depths of human emotion, betrayal, and revenge that can make this scenario not just possible, but downright plausible. Buckle up, drama lovers. We're about to turn the spotlight on the suspects and unravel a web of motives that could change everything. To set the stage properly, let's rewind and immerse ourselves in the origins of this nightmare. Stephanie, a resilient yet vulnerable heroine, has always been a character shrouded in mystery. Her life took a dramatic turn when she boldly revealed her true identity as Anastasia Sands, the enigmatic author behind the scandalous novel One Stormy Night. This book wasn't just any literary piece, it was a bombshell that exploded onto the scene, stirring up controversy with its raw depictions of forbidden love, hidden secrets, and the stormy undercurrents of passion that can tear lives apart. Fans were divided, some hailed it as a masterpiece of emotional truth, while others decried it as provocative sensationalism that pushed boundaries too far. But revelation comes at a cost, and for Stephanie, that cost has been steep. Almost immediately after her big reveal, the harassment began. It started subtly, like the first drops of rain before a tempest, anonymous letter slipping under her door, filled with venomous words that accused her of betrayal, of stealing lives and loves that weren't hers to claim. These weren't mere fan complaints, they were laced with personal details, intimate knowledge that suggested the sender had been watching her every move. Then came the threats, escalating the fear to a fever pitch. Whispers in the night, shadows darting just out of sight, and that unforgettable mysterious figure in black, cloaked in secrecy, a scarf fluttering like a banner of impending doom. This figure has haunted Stephanie's steps, appearing in alleyways outside her home, even at public events where she should feel safe. The black attire, the concealed facades, all so cinematic, so deliberately theatrical, as if the stalker is scripting their own dark opera. But here's where our speculation ignites. That scarf, it's not just an accessory, it's a clue. A subtle hint that screams femininity in a world of masculine assumptions. Scarves, with their flowing elegance and versatile styles, are often associated with women. Think of the way they drape softly, adding a touch of mystery and allure. In the dim light of Stephanie's encounters, that scarf could be silk or cashmere, tied with a knot that's more Paris Fashion Week than rugged pursuit. It makes us pause and question the default narrative. We've all been conditioned by countless thrillers to suspect the brooding male antagonist down, with his history of unresolved tensions and lingering glances. But what if the real predator is hiding in plain sight, disguised not just by clothing, but by our own biases? What if the heart of this darkness beats with a woman's rage, a woman's cunning, a woman's unquenchable thirst for retribution? Delving deeper, let's consider why a woman might be behind this. Women in stories like these aren't just victims. They're often the architects of the most intricate revenges, driven by emotions that run deeper than mere anger, jealousy, betrayal, lost love, and the shattering of dreams. In Stephanie's world, relationships are tangled vines, each thorn drawing blood from past wounds. The harassment feels personal, intimate, like the work of someone who knows the sting of romantic defeat all too well. It's not brute force, it's psychological warfare, letters that pierce the soul, threats that erode sanity one whisper at a time. This level of emotional manipulation often points to a perpetrator who has suffered similarly, someone who mirrors Stephanie's own vulnerabilities. And in the rich tapestry of TV Day's Drama Digest, there are two women whose backstories scream motive, Theresa and Joy. Let's dissect their potential roles in this shadowy saga, painting vivid pictures of their psyches, their pains, and the dramatic plots that could lead them to stalk Stephanie. First, let's turn our gaze to Theresa, a woman whose life has been a rollercoaster of deception, desire, and ultimate disillusionment. Theresa's history with Alex is the stuff of epic tragedies. Once upon a time, she was entangled in a passionate affair with him, a whirlwind romance that promised forever but crumbled under the weight of her own lies. Theresa, in a moment of desperation or perhaps calculated ambition, wove a web of deceit that ultimately drove a wedge between them. Maybe it was fabricated stories about her past, hidden motives for their union, or secrets that, when revealed, shattered Alex's trust like fragile glass. They didn't end up together, not because of fate's cruel hand, but because Theresa's facade cracked, exposing the raw truth beneath. Alex walked away, leaving her in the ruins of what could have been. Now, fast forward to the present, Alex and Stephanie are on the cusp of marital bliss. Their engagement announcement was a beacon of hope in the show's stormy narrative. a moment where love seemed to conquer all. But for Theresa, it must feel like salt poured into an open wound. Imagine her alone in her dimly lit apartment, scrolling through social media feeds or overhearing whispers. At social gatherings, seeing photos of Alex and Stephanie, their smiles radiant, their hands intertwined. The grudge she harbors isn't just about lost love. It's a festering resentment born from the belief that Stephanie has stolen her rightful place. Why her, Theresa might whisper to herself in the dead of night. Why does she get the happy ending I deserved? This grudge can manifest as a burning desire to dismantle Stephanie's world, to remove her from Alex's life like an unwanted weed in a perfect garden. Picture the dramatic escalation. Theresa, once a poised and elegant figure, now transformed by bitterness into a shadow of her former self. She might start with subtle sabotage at those harassing letters, penned in an elegant script that disguises her handwriting, filled with accusations that echo her own feelings of betrayal. You don't deserve him, the notes might say. You're just a thief in author's clothing. The mysterious figure in black? That could be Theresa, donning a disguise that's both practical and symbolic, black for mourning the love she lost. The scarf a remnant of her sophisticated style. She follows Stephanie not out of blind rage, but with calculated precision, appearing at moments designed to maximize terror. Outside the wedding planner's office, near the florist where bouquets for their nuptials are chosen, each sighting is a dagger twist, a reminder that happiness is fragile. But why stop at speculation? Let's dramatize a hypothetical scene to bring this to life. It's a rainy evening in the city. The Condor streetlights reflect off puddles like shattered mirrors. Stephanie steps out of a cozy cafe, her mind buzzing with wedding details, dresses, vows, the promise of a new chapter. Suddenly, she feels eyes on her, that prickling sensation on the back of her neck. Turning, she catches a glimpse, a figure in black, scarf whipping in the wind, vanishing into an alley. Her heart races, she clutches her phone, debating whether to call Alex. Meanwhile, in a nearby apartment, Theresa peels off the disguise, her hands trembling not from cold, but from the adrenaline of revenge. She stares at a photo of Alex from better days, tears streaming down her face. If I can't have him, she murmurs, no one will. This isn't just stalking. It's a symphony of sorrow and spite, each note building to a crescendo that could shatter Stephanie's world. Of course, Theresa isn't the only suspect in this gallery of potential villains. Enter Joy, a character whose arc is a heartbreaking descent into instability, pregnancy, and profound loss. Joy's story with Alex is one of those plot lines that tugs at the heartstrings, leaving viewers in tears episode after episode. She was once his lover, their connection fiery and intense, culminating in a pregnancy that should have been a joyous milestone. But life, as it often does in dramas, threw curveballs. Joy left abruptly, vanishing into the ether while carrying Alex's child. The reasons? Perhaps fear, uncertainty, or external pressures that forced her hand. During her absence, her mental state unraveled like a frayed thread. Isolation, hormonal storms, the weight of impending motherhood without support at all conspired to push her into a fragile, unstable place. Whispers of depression, anxiety, maybe even darker demons have been hinted at in flashbacks, painting Joy as a tragic figure teetering on the edge. Now, imagine Joy resurfacing, her life a stark contrast to Stephanie's. While Stephanie basks in the glow of love and impending marriage, Joy suffers in silence. Her days marked by the cries of a child that reminds her constantly of what was lost. Seeing Alex happy with another woman, Stephanie, no less. The author, whose book might even mirror elements of Joy's own stormy past, could be the spark that ignites her inner turmoil into outward destruction. Jealousy isn't just an emotion for Joy, it's a monster that devours her from within. How can she have what I sacrificed everything for, she might think. Her mind a whirlwind of fragmented memories and unmet dreams. The desire to destroy their relationship isn't born from malice alone. It's a desperate attempt to reclaim some semblance of control, to make others feel the pain that's become her constant companion. Dramatizing Joy's potential role adds layers of pathos to the speculation. Envision her in a modest, cluttered home, the baby monitor humming softly as she pores over news of Alex and Stephanie's engagement. Her eyes, once bright with hope, now hollowed by exhaustion and resentment. The harassing letters? They could be Joy's cathartic outpourings, scrawled in moments of mania, revealing too much yet concealing her identity. Phrases like "you stole my storm" or "happiness is an illusion" echo the themes of one stormy night, twisting Stephanie's own words against her. And the figure in black? Joy, wrapped in shadows, her scarf a practical shield against recognition, but also a symbol of the veil she's drawn over her shattered life. She trails Stephanie through crowded markets, past playgrounds where children laugh, ironic reminders of her own burdens. Each encounter is laced with tragedy. Joy hesitates, her hand reaching out as if to touch the life she once shared, only to retract into the darkness. Let's expand this into a full-blown scenario for maximum drama. It's midnight, the city asleep under a blanket of stars. Stephanie awakens to a noisy letter slid under her door, its envelope black as night. Inside, a message, "Your stormy night is coming." He was mine first, her pulse thunders, she peers out the window, spotting the figure retreating into the fog, scarf trailing like a ghost whisper. Cut to Joy miles away, rocking our child to sleep, her face a mask of anguish. "For us," she whispers to the infant, "I'll make it right, this isn't mere speculation. It's a narrative of maternal desperation, mental fragility, and the blurred line between love and obsession." Joy's instability adds unpredictability. Their actions could escalate from letters to something more dangerous, like tampering with wedding plans or confronting Stephanie directly, leading to a climactic revelation that shakes the show's foundations. But why focus solely on these two? To flesh out our theory, let's consider the broader implications of a female stalker in the context of TV Days Drama Digest. In a genre dominated by male villains, introducing a woman as the antagonist subverts expectations, adding depth and commentary on gender roles. Women like Theresa and Joy aren't caricatures, they're complex beings shaped by societal pressures, romantic failures, and personal demons. Their potential involvement highlights themes of empowerment gone our revenge, as a form of reclaiming agency in a world that often silences women's pain. Moreover, the scarf clue ties into symbolic storytelling in literature and film. Scarves often represent hidden identities, strangled emotions, or the noose of fate. For Stephanie, as Anastasia Sands, whose novel One Stormy Night likely explores similar motifs, this harassment becomes meta-real-life echo of her fictional storms. Expanding further, let's ponder the psychological underpinnings. Stalking, especially by women, is often rooted in relational aggression and direct tactics like rumors, manipulation, and emotional terrorism rather than physical confrontation. Theresa's deception-laden past makes her a master of such games. She could orchestrate events to isolate Stephanie, planting seeds of doubt in Alex's mind through anonymous tips or fabricated evidence. Joy, with her unstable mental state, might embody the scorned woman archetype, but with a twist, their pregnancy adds a layer of maternal protectiveness, framing her actions as safeguarding her child's future from Stephanie's intrusion. This could lead to harrowing plot developments, Joy revealing the child to Alex at a critical moment, or Theresa forging documents that question Stephanie's identity as Anastasia Sands, tying back to the novel's controversies. To make this even more immersive, let's imagine alternate timelines. If Theresa is the stalker, the resolution might involve a tense confrontation in a lavish setting, perhaps at the wedding rehearsal where she unmasks herself, spilling secrets that force Alex to choose between past and present. Dramatic monologues ensue. "I built you up, Alex," and she tears it down with her lies. The fallout? Broken alliances, reevaluated loyalties, and Stephanie emerging stronger, her authorship a shield rather than a target. For Joy, the drama could peak in a hospital or therapy session where her instability is revealed, humanizing her as a victim of circumstance rather than a villain. "I just wanted what was mine," she sobs, the child in her arms a poignant symbol of lost innocence. Stephanie, ever the empathetic soul, might even extend forgiveness, turning enmity into an easy alliance. Of course, these are our speculations, born from countless hours dissecting episodes, analyzing character arcs, and debating over coffee. But they raise intriguing questions about the show's direction. Is the stalker truly a woman, or is this a red herring leading to Owen's ultimate reveal? Could there be a third suspect, a fan of One Stormy Night whose obsession crosses into reality? Or perhaps a relative of Alex's with hidden agendas? The beauty of TV Days Drama Digest lies in its unpredictability, its ability to mirror real-life complexities where motives are rarely black and white. Now, we turn the floor to you, our passionate community. What are your thoughts on this tantalizing theory? Do you buy into Theresa's grudge-fueled revenge? Or does Joy's tragic backstory resonate more as the driving force? Maybe you have your own suspects or twists, share them in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation alive, dissecting every clue, every glance, every shadowy figure until the truth emerges from the storm. Until next time, stay dramatic, stay digesting, and remember, in the world of TV drama, no one is ever truly safe from the past.